Hello, my name is Isaac Gerbic, and this is my student showcase English or AP English 3 video. I will be reading my one of my vocabulary stories. So yeah, enjoy. The war had been going on for centuries. Blood shed from so many innocent lives. The king had been ruling since he was a boy, his father slain by the horde of orcs that plagued this land. The leader of the orcs was a ruthless killer who would stop at nothing to take the crown. The king was apprehensive to fight in the war himself, since he had no heir to his throne. The kingdom had barricaded its doors due to the invasion, but alas, it did nothing but motivate the horde of orcs. Being attentive to the orcs' tricks, the king ordered his men to evacuate the kingdom before the orcs invaded. The king may have been scared, but he was a clever man who had protected his kingdom. The orcs saw through the king's bluff and left the kingdom without slaughtering anyone. The orc leader saw through his bluff and continued into the castle, slaughtering the guards protecting the king. The king was sitting in his throne, brandishing his sword, ready to kill anything that entered his chamber. The orc leader had threw open the door, tossing a guard's bloody head into the chamber. The king stood proudly, ready to strike, but as he made the first move, the orc leader dodged, leaving the king open, and the orc, in one foul swoop, chopped the king's arm off. The king collapsed onto the floor, begging for mercy, but the orc would hear none of it. The orc leader stated that his kind was fighting for the land that the humans had invaded. The king, sobbing on the ground, holding his stump of an arm, stood and made a truce with the orc. The king promised to leave the land. The orc kind would leave his people alone. The orc agreed to his conditions, and the king was banished from the land he had ruled for so long. Finally at peace, because he had ended the war, his people returned to the land, and the orcs and humans lived together in harmony. That was my English 3 story for my vocabulary set. That story was called The King's Story. Thank you.